Combinations. So this is going to be a lot of this unit is working with combinations. And another word that's going to come up later is called permutations. Oops, got that wrong. Permutation. Permutation. Oh, I put an extra A in there. Spelled wrong again. Yeah, there you go. Something like that. Permutation. So the difference here, the formula for both looks similar, but it is different. A combination is when order does not matter. Does not matter. Permutation, order does matter. So one way to look at it is like a pizza, for example. When you make a pizza, you can throw, let's say you have 3 toppings, pepperonis, jalapenos, and sausage. You can throw those 3 things on the pizza at any time, and it will not change the flavor of the pizza. When order does matter, it would be like a line waiting to get onto a ride. It does matter which order you get into line, because the person who's at first gets to go first, and so on. So the hardest part of combinations and permutations is determining if order does matter or if it does not matter. In this assignment, order does not matter. It's only combinations right now. So we're only using one certain formula, which is both on my whiteboard and is this thing right here. So I would encourage you to write this down somewhere that you have it accessible in your journal. It's also on the whiteboard. And this looks very complicated. This is just one way of writing it. This is the actual formula you're going to need to learn how to use. So let's go into the question. First question, at least. Okay, so Sophia's taco truck lets customers choose 3 ingredients from the list below to add to their tacos. How many groups of 3 different ingredients can go on a taco? Essentially, this question is asking how many different types of tacos can you order from Sophia's taco truck? So the formula is NCR equal to N exclamation point, which is called a factorial. Okay, I'm going to start using that word, factorial. And I'll talk about what that means in a second. Over R factorial and N minus R parentheses factorial. This is a big fraction. Now, N in this problem is the number of options you have, okay? So in this situation, we have all these options here, which is how many options? It is 6. Our R is how many of those options you're taking. And in this case, they are telling us we are taking 3. Okay? So the way you write the NCR is the 6 is our N, combination for the C, and our R is 3. Now you're going to fill in the missing parts. So we have a factorial here, parentheses, and a factorial. And I'll talk about the factorials in a moment. So up top is our N, which is 6. And we have an R out front right here. And then inside our parentheses is our N minus R, which is 6 minus 3. Okay. Now a factorial. Let's do this one first. 6 factorial. What that means, do it over here, is it's 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, so whatever number you're at, you just multiply all the way down. So it's 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Anything times 1 is the exact same number as before, so you don't need the 1, even though it's technically there. So 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 720. That is our numerator. Okay, so 720 goes up top. Our denominator is 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2 times 1, which hopefully you can do in your head. 3 times 2 is 6, and times 1 is still 6. And then 6 minus 3 is also 3 factorial, which gives us another 6. So our denominator is 6 times 6, which in this case is 36. And now we have 720 over 36, which in my calculator tells me is equal to 20. So we are able to order 20 different types of tacos if we order 3 different ingredients out of a selection of 6 ingredients. So our answer here is 20. Okay, Monique wants to check out as many books by her favorite author as possible. She can check out 3 books at a time from her library where there are 6 books available by her favorite author. Okay, so let's write the formula out again. We get NCR is equal to n factorial over r factorial n minus r. Okay. One hint is this number and this whole number here should always equal whatever's up here. Okay, so we're actually going to get the same answer as we just got. We have 6 and 3, right? We have 6 we can choose from, which is how many toppings we had, and we're choosing 3 of those. So our answer is going to be 20 again, actually. I'm going to just type that answer in. All right, here we go. Here's a different answer, or a different question. So now we have Amari has 8 paint colors available. He wants to mix 3 of them to create a new color. How many different sets of 3 colors can Amari choose? This one, I'll be honest, is a little weird because you can mix different amounts of each color. So I think they're assuming you're going to mix the exact same amount of each color, but different points to be made later. So our N is 8, C, and we are taking 3 of those 8. So from our equation, we get N up top, factorial, over R factorial, and 8 minus 3 factorial. Okay, so 8 factorial, put that in the calculator, that's 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 all the way down. And I get 40,320. And then 3 factorial, we know that from the previous 2 questions, is 3 times 2, which is 6. And then 8 minus 3 is 5 factorial. So 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 gives me 120. So we get 40,320. Divide by 6 times 120, which equals 720. Okay, so we're going to do 40,320. Divide by 720, and we get 56. Okay, just like the first question, we were making burritos. We can choose we can choose 4 out of 8 possible. So our N is 8, C, and 4. So 8 factorial up across the top. And then we get 4 factorial up front. And then 8 minus 4, which is 4. So both this number and that number will be the same. 8 factorial we just did, right? What do we get? We got 40,320. And then 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2, which is 24. And we have that times itself. That's 24. So 24 times 24 gives us 576. So 40,320 divide by 576 gives me 70 different burritos. That's a lot of different options. And there we go.